Well, welcome to Phoenix News here exclusively on Phoenix TV, and in our last edition of Phoenix News before the Christmas break, we'll bring you the latest from within the Phoenix camp and with outside the Phoenix camp ahead of the games, particularly against Cardiff and Newcastle over the Christmas holidays. First of all, though, it's been a very busy week for the Phoenix players with some public appearances. On Monday, as you may well have seen on the website, 5 of the players and myself went along to the blood donor clinic in the centre of Manchester to give blood, to raise awareness and highlight the need for more people to become blood donors, particularly at this time of the year. We were in discussions with the people from the National Blood Service, and they told us that the Christmas and New Year period is probably their heaviest demand period throughout the year. They need something like 1,300 pints or 1,300 units of blood each week. And this time of the year is their busiest of the year, so they need as many people as possible to go and give up 20 minutes, 40 minutes just to give a pint of blood. And the Phoenix players, Simon Mangos, Scott Bazic, Sean Stark, Carl Graham and Nick White and Pamela Mangos, very good of Pam to come along and do it, were more than happy to go along on Monday and donate a pint of blood towards the blood drive campaign for the Christmas and New Year period. And other players will probably take part early in the new year as well, when there's a chance that those guys who've already been once will go back and go again. So that was a nice thing to do for the players. It's a nice thing for the National Blood Service, and we just hope that some more people out there, particularly Phoenix fans, would care to become blood donors as well. It's a very important service for the community, and it doesn't take a great deal of time to do it, and you're actually lying down doing it, so it's one of the easiest things to do for the good of the community. Now, also this week, the players have been out and about round the Children's Hospital, and this is where you guys simply take the plaudits. Okay, the players go to the Children's Hospital dressed in the Santa suits and hand out the presents to the children who sadly are in hospital over the holiday period. But in an age when superlatives are used rather too freely, I'm going to use one, and it's not freely. This one is most sincerely. The support that you, the Phoenix supporters, have given to the Phoenix Toy Appeal this Christmas has been nothing short of sensational. Each year we do one hospital visit and take presents to the children and hand them out. This year, the donation of toys and presents has been, well, it's been out of this world, sensational, as I said before. So much so that we're not doing one hospital visit this year. The players are actually doing 2. On Wednesday, they went to the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital in Swinton, and on Thursday they're going out again to the Booths Hall Hospital as well to take some Christmas cheer to those bedsides of the children who sadly won't be at home over Christmas. And it's a tremendous thing. The players enjoy doing it, but you guys, quite seriously, you, the supporters who donated all those presents and toys, you should give yourselves a fantastic pat on the back as well, because it was your efforts and your donations that enabled the club to go out there and do this on your behalf. So we are extremely grateful, and we can't say that strongly enough. Now, looking forward to the games over the Christmas period. We're away on Saturday in Cardiff, and then back home against Cardiff on Sunday, and then on Boxing Day and the day after, the 27th, it's home against Newcastle, and then away on Tyneside on the 27th. 4 very important games for the Manchester Phoenix. On the back of a 4-point weekend last time out, then the Phoenix are looking to build. Now, we have some injury news ahead of those games against Cardiff and Newcastle, and it is not good news. Well, it's not good news for Cardiff, and it's not particularly good news for Newcastle either. Phoenix will be going into those games at full strength. Everybody is trained on Wednesday and come through the training session well, and the Phoenix, unless something goes sadly pear-shaped or seriously pear-shaped, will be at full strength on Saturday when we travel to Cardiff. That won't be the case for the Cardiff Devils. They are certainly going to be 2 regular players short, and possibly 3. We know for certain that their starting netminder, Phil Ozair, won't be playing. He's had surgery this week, and he's out for at least 4 to 5 weeks. The Devils may not see the return of Phil Ozair between their pipes until the end of January. And Jason Stone, he too is out. He's got a broken finger. He's out for at least 3 weeks. So the Devils are at least 2 players short for the 2 games between ourselves this weekend. We're not sure who the Devils will have in goal at the weekend. Last weekend they used Greg Rockman from the Bracknell Bees, but the Bracknell Bees are carrying on in the EPL. So Rockman returns to Bracknell, and we'll just have to wait and see who faces the Phoenix on Saturday in goal for the Cardiff Devils. But 2 players short, could this be an opportunity for the Phoenix to take full advantage and catch up some more points on the teams above them, courtesy of the Cardiff Devils? We'll just have to wait and see. 7 o'clock face-off in Cardiff on Saturday, the usual 5:30 on Sunday the 23rd in the Silver Blades Ice Dome. Hopefully it'll be a 4-point weekend, and then we can all relax for a couple of days, take in some turkey and stuffing and some mince pies, and then back to it on Boxing Day with the visit of the Newcastle Vipers. Now, for the injury news from the Vipers is even worse than it is for the Cardiff Devils. They will be without Colin Shields. He's got a broken finger. He's out for at least 3 weeks. Jeff Hutchins, he's got a hernia issue, and he's out for at least 4 weeks, possibly even longer, from the Vipers lineup. And the latest casualty for the Geordie outfit is Todd Jackson. He's had a groin strain, and they played him rather too early. They asked him to get back on the ice just a tad too soon, and he's broken down. He could well be out of action for between 5 and 6 weeks. So no Colin Shields, no Jeff Hutchins, and no Todd Jackson for the Newcastle Vipers when they come into the Ice Dome on Boxing Day, and they also obviously won't be playing the following day when we go up to Tyneside. So the injuries to the other clubs, without wishing to be, shall we say, too Dracula-like, well, it couldn't have come better for the Phoenix for us to take advantage and draw some blood on them going into the Christmas period. Hopefully it could be 4 wins from 4. Maybe that's asking a little bit too much, but certainly we won't have a better chance to take maximum points out of these 4 games. Then the final game of 2007, Saturday the 29th, the team are on the road down to Basingstoke. Obviously we've just had a good home win against the Basingstoke Bison, so fingers crossed that everything goes swimmingly against Cardiff and Newcastle, and then hopefully we can close out the year, obviously not the season, but close out the year with something from our trip to Basingstoke. And then obviously we're into Hogmanay, the new year, and we won't be back in action until the 5th, so everyone gets a chance to have a little bit of a breather from the hockey, recharge the batteries before we go up against the Sheffield Steelers on January the 5th. Now, a little bit of news from elsewhere. The Hull Stingrays this week have released Marlon Joseph, the player who they only brought in 2 or 3 weeks ago. The reports coming out of Hull were that Joseph came in with a hand injury and it hadn't responded to treatment, and so he's returned to North America to recuperate. Whether he plays again this season, we're not honestly sure. And in all fairness to the lad, he didn't make a great impression, certainly against us, and from according to other reports, he didn't make a great impression in any of the other games as well. So possibly there's a little bit of injury, and possibly there's a little bit of sound business sense by the Hull Stingrays there as well. And the Basingstoke Bison, we understand that they've released Wes Jarvis as well this week, and he won't therefore be going up against the Phoenix on the 29th. Well, that is just about it for this quick wrap up before Christmas, and it just leaves me now to wish everyone an extremely happy Christmas. We hope to see you on Sunday the 23rd against Cardiff. Have a great Christmas, and then we'll see you in the Ice Dome on Boxing Day for the visit of the Newcastle Vipers. Thanks for watching.